Yeah. Yeah. I worked the tractor into the deal because he's going to Myrtle Beach to retire, and he's not going to need a tractor in Myrtle Beach. So. I bet you are expert on like all manners of home appliances, aren't you?
You know, I could get them most to start.
Yeah.
But beyond that,
that's all you need, right?
Like these Nest thermostats that are really nice. I spent about 20 minutes figuring out how to get them to turn on. And I can't program it. I can't do anything but make it turn on. Connections are all behind it. So we'll let them run through a cycle.
Okay. This is not the master.
No, this is over the garage. So.
Yeah, when I first came up, I thought this was the master because it was that big. Yeah. And I was like, there's no bathroom here.
Decent size, for sure.
Yeah, for a spare bedroom, absolutely.
The heating and cooling system up here is a heat pump instead of being gas. So it's all electric.
Okay. So then what's the division of what area is being fed by the pump versus the other system?
Upstairs and downstairs.
That's it? So the two lower levels are off of the main system, and then the heat pump is taking care of the top floor?
Correct.
Okay, very good.
And that's pretty common to do them that way. That's just going to be a little bit of attic. I'll see more attic upstairs. In fact, I'm going to turn this air conditioner off. I know it works. A heat pump works by, it's the air conditioner in the summer, and the Freon's going round and round. And then in the winter, basically it runs backwards and they go the other way.
Oh, okay.
And it's a heat pump. And it makes heat. So.
And was the heat pump down in the utility room also? It's in the attic.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so you have the heat pumps, though. The odd thing about them is they lose efficiency the colder it gets.
Okay.
So the colder it gets outside, the less heat it puts out.
Okay.
At some point, it's not going to put out enough.
All right.
So it has electric heating elements, just resistance heaters that will kick in, and that's typically below about 35 degrees.
Okay.
And then it'll put out plenty of heat.
All right.
They also kick in if you set the thermostat up more than about 5 degrees above the ambient temperature, because then you're telling it, I don't want your warm air, I want really hot air.
All right. So fire it up.
And it'll put out a lot of heat.
Okay.
But that's straight resistance heating, and it uses a tremendous amount of electricity.
Okay.
So don't kick them in unless you need them.
I like it nice in the 60s in the winter, so
Okay.
I think I'll be fine on the the regular set.
Place downstairs. And gas.
You know, if you leave and set the temperature way down, and then you come home and you set it up.
And I do that because I have the smart thermostats, and I'm used to being, since I'm on such a regular schedule for work. I figure there's no sense.
Well, you got to watch it with this, because if you set it back
Too low, it's going to end up costing me money for it to come back up in the evening. I gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay. Great tip.
I've got one in my attic, and I trick it. I set it to come up by 4 degrees, and then a half an hour later, another 4 degrees.
Okay. All right, so we're good within a 4-degree temperature range, no more. Or it's
Typically, now the guys, when they install it, they can set it at different ways, and different ones go different things. So it's typically 4 degrees, or 5 degrees, I should say. Oh, and this one has an air filter right up here. And it looks pretty clean, but that's one you'll have to change periodically.
Okay.
Typically, there's another one in the master bedroom, but I don't see it, so it looks like you just have one.
Okay.
Oh, we've got jets. Bitty. We gotta fill this up and run the jet.
Okay.
I'm gonna let it get started and run for a while I check the other thing.
I'm not sure if this also has the heated tile or not.
No thermostat.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed during the walkthrough that it also had been renovated with the new tile. I just wasn't sure if they had. I had never seen that thermostat downstairs. I never looked on the inside of that door there.
Okay, this GFI just tripped to the master bath, which is okay. It just means that when this one trips, you don't reset it here like it looks like. You reset it
In the
in
master.
the master.
Okay.
I don't think this is real wood. This is right here. This is manufactured wood. There's real wood. I can't tell.
Yeah, that's the laminate stuff.
Okay. Trying to get better at that.
Tell them the difference.
Yeah.
Neat scene.
Unusual.
Yeah. Tell you what, when you turn that tub on, it takes all the water pressure.
Okay. So don't fill 2 tubs at once. That'll take a while.
Didn't have enough water pressure to shower. Yeah, you can't run a tub until the water gets over the jets, or else it'll shoot it across the room.
But yeah, with this alone, it does seem to have pretty good pressure. So that's promising for the shower
Yeah.
pressure.
Now I got heat lamps in there.
Oh, so we do. Good eye. didn't even look up.
Those are great. Cold in the morning, you know.
Yeah,
I think I love that.
pretty good sized vanities on each side.
Well, that fish is still young. You can see things have probably settled some, gotten out of whack, but that's pretty much normal.
Yeah, so long as it's not dragging on the carpet or anything.
Right.
Seems to be fine.
Make sure that tub's not overflowing. It's still filling.
What is... That's a closet?
Yeah, I thought it was a false door on the tour, but he's got his ceremonial
That's funny.
fireman's cap.
That may be the smallest space.
Yeah, I really thought it was just going to be a false door for some reason. I don't... Did you notice he's got his little fireman out front there?
Yeah, I did. I noticed that.
Yep. Yeah, the first time I was out here, I didn't know what it was, and I got it on like 2 different shots, and I couldn't figure it out. And my mom got it within like 10 seconds. I think it's a fireman. Like, yeah, you're right. Because I finally I had to know, so I walked out front and just took a picture of it.
Well, as soon as I turn that tub off, I have got decent pressure.
Okay, fantastic.
And there's the 2 sinks running.
All right.
But you know, a pump can only put out so much.
Yeah, and will never likely be a problem with how few people are going to be here, so that's fine.
Now that adjusts the air for the bubbles.
Okay.
This particular one had a pressure point right there. So I do not know why this one's not coming on.
So that's the same thing. That's the air mixture.
Yeah, that's the air
Over there.
mixture. And there doesn't seem to be any way to get to the pump. Oh, there's the door. Okay.
Not ever having had one, the individual nodules